Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. And welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Relaxing out here on this lovely patio that I have on the the back of our townhome. It's lovely. Nice little light up there that shines perfectly so you can see what's going on. And I'm laying in the hammock that I bought from my wife last year for our anniversary. That ironically I've gotten more use out of than she has. I'm okay with that though. So yeah, it is day 8. I apologize about yesterday's vlog. Apparently numbers are hard because I totally said it was day 6, I think, and it was day 7. Who knew? I mean, it only makes sense, right? The vlog went up on the 7th. We started on the 1st. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. So, how's your guys' day been? Today's vlog is getting up a little bit later because I spent a good time at the gym earlier today. It was wonderful. Chest and back day. Or as to say, the second chest and back day that we did for the day or for the week. And then I had a butt ton of phone calls to make, which are never any fun. I hate being on the phone. I literally hate calling people for anything. Like, I hate being on the phone. It doesn't matter for what reason. It stresses me out having to like hit dial and send. So that was fun. But did that. Took new pupper to the vet today to get him started on his little care plan and get some of his vaccines going and make sure everything is registered properly. All the stuff you do when you get a new puppy, all the poop samples and the things like that, the testing for other things, making sure his eyes and his ears are all clear and good. So he got a clean bill of health. His heart's working properly, lungs are working good. His coat's all shiny and perfect like it should be. So we were pretty happy to hear that. We think he might have a little bit of a puppy cold, which is kind of unfortunate. He's got some droopy eyes. I don't know, whatever. I don't even know what the right way to say that is. But yeah, so we're keeping an eye on it, and I don't think it'll be too bad though. He's got like the sniffles a little bit, but it's been kind of chilly down here. Plus we had some gnarly winds the past couple weeks, so that could be affecting it as well. But did that, and then had a Christmas party tonight that we went to for the wife's work. So we got to hang out with all of her friends and coworkers and stuff like that, and it was a good time. Food was pretty good. Desserts were even better. Desserts are always good. I am a sucker. Like, I have no self-control when it comes to chocolate-covered pretzels, especially when it's like the big, thick, and then like really long ones that are just covered in chocolate, just delicious. So went ham on a couple of those and just chilled. Just got home. It's like what time is it right now? 9:50. So been home for about 20 minutes or so. Spent time with the puppy. He is coming out of a shell. He's Mr. Shy and kind of laid back, especially compared to Thor. But today he's been running around and jumping around and going after Thor. So that's kind of funny to see because Thor's not quite sure what to do with that. But it's been fun to watch. So I'm glad. I'm just really glad that they're getting along and that there isn't any issues with that. Yeah. So overall, good day. Found out as well I don't have to work tomorrow, so that's kind of nice. I was supposed to, and then I got a text that they changed stuff around, so I get an extra day off. It's not very often I get a Friday off, just because of the nature of my work, food service industry, cafe, all that kind of stuff like that. It's, Fridays and Saturdays are our busiest times, and it's when the money's good too, so I like working Fridays and Saturdays. It gets tiring, makes for a very long weekend. Makes it a little challenging to get videos up sometimes for Saturday, but and that's also part of the reason I still don't do videos on Sunday either, just because it's nice to take a day and chill. But every once in a while, it's nice to have a Friday night off, I will say so, especially when I didn't request it off. It's one thing to have a Friday night requested off, but it's another thing to have kind of surprise Friday off, so we're going to chill tomorrow. Have a good time, which would be nice too, because then I won't need to rush to the gym either, because a lot of times I find myself having to rush through whatever workout I have. Not like rush, like I only have 20 minutes, but like knowing I have to be done by a certain time makes me feel rushed, and because I obviously have to leave by a certain time and stuff like that. So it'll be nice to just go and chill and go at my own pace, take as long as I need, especially because Fridays are deadlift days, and deadlift days are our favorite days, so that should be good. But yeah, I had something I wanted to talk about in today's vlog, and now I completely forgot. Whew. And now I'm yawning. Oh, forgive me. That was completely rude. Oh, man. But I'm always curious about like holiday parties and stuff like that. Do you have like, because everyone has different stuff they do, different traditions for Christmas. Do you guys have like a favorite holiday party you've ever thrown or been to? Favorite memory from that? Whether it's just like something hilarious that happened, something terrible, or just a fond memory that sticks out to you. I remember for myself, it was when I was really young. My mom used to do a lot of stuff with some ladies in the neighborhood where we would all get together for. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with like there was a lot of like old school stuff like Pampered Chef and Christmas Around the World and stuff like that. Was I mean if you're not from like America or anything like that, you might not be familiar with that because I don't know what kind of stuff like that is or how that works, you know, overseas and things like that in other countries. But there was always the Pampered Chef where you have, you know, your catalogs and you had your stuff that you display and you know bring a bunch of foods and finger foods and stuff like that, and you would all just kind of have a good old time, and there'd be a bunch of people around. And then it would be like a party where you try to get people to spend money, you know, because you were selling this stuff and you got a certain proceed of it and stuff like that. And there was prizes for people who came. There was door prizes. It was a very popular thing in the 90s that a lot of like people did. It was usually women. Women were the ones that were keen on it because then it was always be the women that would gather together, and if the husbands came, they just hung out in the garage, and that was always fun. Watching sports, talking sports, and drinking beers is what they usually did. And then I always loved it because there was so much junk food around that I got to drink as much soda as I wanted, and sometimes there was even apple cider, which was my favorite thing in the world, and still to this day a guilty pleasure of mine. Like when Thanksgiving or Christmas come around, I go ham on the apple cider, so that's pretty dope. But yeah, and then lots of junk food. We just hung out, and then I got to play video games either by myself, because I stayed home that night, which was always kind of fun. I had the house to myself more or less, or with the other kids that were at wherever house or party we were doing and going to. So a lot of really fun, fond memories. And honestly, looking back on that, that's kind of where a lot of my video gaming love started. I think my phone just vibrated too, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry about that. Rest in pepperoni's headphone users. I think that's where a lot of like my love for gaming and my addiction to it started. So yeah, some really fond memories there. And I always say we had this lady that we did a lot of stuff with because she lived across the street, and whatever, I don't know what it was, she was just the most generous lady that I've really ever known in my childhood that like wasn't actually related to us, but she would always give us some of the most outlandish Christmas gifts, like stuff that normally your parents only get for you because they're your parents, so like you don't expect stuff like that. But that's like, you know how parents are normally the ones that get you the big ticket items, right? They're the ones that get you the bikes and the scooters and the video games and stuff like that. But you know, this lady that lived across the street from us, she always just went ham. I got video games from her. My sister got a scooter. You know, she just treated us like we were her own kids. You know, she had her own kids and stuff like that. Her husband and her, they had kids, so it wasn't like she was one of the situations where, you know, I don't have kids, so I just like to treat other kids like my own. It wasn't one of those, but she just was just a generous lady, and it was some really cool memories attached to that with doing stuff with her and her family and stuff like that. So that was good times. But yeah, that's one of my favorite Christmas party memories because I don't really do a whole lot of Christmas parties as an adult. It's just not really my scene. And most of the ones I get invited to, more or less, are literally like just small hangouts of a couple of people anyway. So I don't know if you really call that a Christmas party as much as it's just like a Christmas with friends, which tends to be my style anyways. Low key, you know, 2 or 3 couples or 2 or 3 friends or whatever, just hanging out, having a good time, exchanging gifts, and just eating food. So that's usually how I like to spend my time. But that's going to do it for this video, pretty much. I've rambled on long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thanks for tuning in for Vlogmas Day 8, I believe we're on. No, I think I forgot already. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It'll be up in the video. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.